Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at Brad Keselowski's Castrol 125 years forward Ford from 2024. As always, take a look at the box. Once again, used to have the generic box for 2024. Lionel Racing NASCAR Cup Series, Lionel Racing. Got to render the car right there, standard finish. NASCAR Cup Series 2024, NASCAR Cup Series, standard finish. Made a total of 552 of these things. 124 scale NASCAR, Lionel Racing, NASCAR Cup Series. Register your car at Lionel Garage, and you, of course, have your copyright and such on the bottom of the box. Here is the car itself. This was ran at COTA earlier this season. A very nice kind of anniversary paint scheme. You have like a brand new design, but it's got the old school colors for Castrol. You've got the, base white car with the green, the red, and the black around it. Pretty solid looking anniversary paint scheme. I mean, I think I would have preferred if it was their anniversary that they would have gone back to an older paint scheme. Which, I mean, they kind of did with the Toyota Supra that he won Darlington in, but would have been nice to get, like, I said I voted for Casey Atwood's car in that vote. I didn't vote for the Supra like everyone else did, but I do wish that this car might have had the old school Castrol logo instead of the new Castrol logo. For an anniversary car, it would have been cool to have like either the original Castrol logo or that one that's, way well known than this one. But still a very nice car. I said I've always loved the white base Castrol cars way more. Like the Castrol Edge cars are fine, but like I really wish they would go with more of just white base cars with the green and the red. Which they kind of are for 2025. The car is back to mostly white and green. They are dumping the Castrol Edge car, which is probably, it's lasted a couple years now. It got to win. I think it is time to do something different. Does have the windshield wiper being a road course. I love when they put little details like that on the windshields. Or like just I like when they put little extra details on clean diecast in general like that. Anyways, let's get down to sponsors. On the hood, you have Castrol 125 years forward. Got the 3 Castrol logos around the nose, as well as the Ford Performance logos on tops of the fenders. This is before they had the Ford Oval. Got Ford Mustang, got RFK and number 6. Does have a beautiful green chrome number. Got Castrol 125 years forward. Got Fastenal down there. Got Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. Got Mac Tools International, Seaman, and Faro. Ford Performance on the side skirt. Worth pointing out that Ford still doesn't let them paint or wrap that. Because there's a lot of people, like now Chevy's allowing it. Toyota started to allow it. And there's a bunch of people like, oh, Penske's lazy. They're not doing it. Roush is lazy. They're not doing it. It's like they're not allowed to. The only reason that you got Fords, like you had stuff like Stewart-Haas Racing doing is because Stewart-Haas Racing stopped caring about Ford. They stopped being like a premier partner with Ford, and therefore they were just like, we don't care, we're going to just do it. But like, there's a reason why Front Row was doing it, and then they became like a premier partner or whatever, and now Front Row is not doing it anymore. Just worth pointing out. Anyways, on the C post, you have Solomon Plumbing, got BuildSubmarines.com. On the B post, you have Ford, Kings Hawaiian, Next Lizard, and Castrol. They've never made one of the Next Lizard cars, have they? I'm blanking if they've actually made one of those diecast before. Anyways, have your regular contingencies and such up front. Brad Keselowski's name on the name rail with the American flag. Looks insanely tiny. Not sure why they printed it that tiny. Got Castrol, got the Ford Michigan license plate, number 6, and Consumer Cellular. And they're getting rid of that. The Detroit kind of Michigan Ford license plate was really cool. And now it's just like the same like shaded area, and it just says Ford in big letters. Like, whose idea was that? That's a terrible idea. It's also that kind of Ford text right there. It's not like the oval or anything. Like, if they're going to do that, just put a big oval. I don't know why they're going away from the Ford oval so much and trying to use this, like, generic Ford text that nobody likes. Anyways, on the deck lid, you have Castrol 125 years forward and Castrol again on the roof. This is number 148. Got the same stuff down the other side. It's worth pointing out, I like how there's like the faded kind of drop shadow around the number. Like it's not even like a solid number shadow. It's just like faded in. It looks kind of cool. Anyways, let's take a look under the hood. Got powered by Ford, K&N air filters, and Castrol. There's the engine detail if you want to see that. Obviously no deck lid. The roof flaps, of course, do open. And there's the inside of the car if you want to see that. Not a whole lot to talk about with a car like this. Just like I said, a kind of nice Castrol special paint scheme. I've been really liking all the Castrol paint schemes the last couple years with Brad. They've been running a lot of cool ones. Most of them have gotten produced. So I did pre-order his, what was that, in 2022 when he actually ran like that same thing as a Newman where it was like the carbon neutral or whatever car that was just like a solid white car with all the logos in like black and gray. That car looked cool. Like it was a nice little like whiteout car, kind of like the old like Elliott Sadler M&M's whiteout car from 2004. But I'm pretty sure like one of them got made as an authentic, but in general, I think, was it Brad's? I don't know. One of them got made as an authentic, but they kept getting DNP'd whenever they offered them as 124s. So that's a shame. If you want this card as a brand new release, you can get it right now. I don't think this car is going to get rare, but it's one of those cars that's kind of obscure, so maybe. Like, for some reason, Brad's 2022 original Castrol diecast is, like, insanely rare now. It's not really valuable, but it's just, like, gone. Like, I don't know why that one disappeared so quickly, but you never know. Remember, for all of your diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. So go check it out if you want anything. But I'm going to change all there is to say. This has been a review of Brad Keselowski's Castrol 125 years Ford from 2024. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.